Shares in electric vehicle manufacturer Lucid jumped to a record of nearly $60 on the day that Peter Rawlinson, CEO of the company, promised that they would deliver 20,000 electric cars in 2022. Now, this was in spite of Lucid reporting that at the time it had lost $1.5 billion through the first 9 months of the year. However, the company said it had more than 20,000 electric vehicle reservations and it would deliver 20,000 highly priced electric cars in 2022. Peter Rawlinson said, "We remain confident in our ability to achieve 20,000 units in 2022. This target is not without risk given ongoing challenges facing the automotive industry, with global disruptions to supply chains and logistics." Shares closed up, and investors poured millions and millions of dollars into the company, giving it a market cap for a short space of time of nearly $123 billion, making it valued at more than almost every other automaker on the face of planet Earth, bar a couple, such as Toyota, Volkswagen, and Tesla. At the time, shares of Lucid were up 80%, and on that same day that this happened, the CEO Rawlinson said, "I think what is happening is our stock value reflects our status as a tech company and more than a car company." Investors, institutional investors, Wall Street, Seeking Alpha, were telling people, buy Lucid shares. And many people invested their fortunes, in fact, their entire life savings into the company that they thought, they were certain, would be the next Tesla. Only 3 months later, the company's share price had fallen to $22. 1 month after that, it was down to $18. And then a few weeks after that, $16, or about a quarter of its original value at its peak. Ultimately, many investors lost hundreds of millions of dollars in total because they got carried away. I just got some messages from some of you saying that right now, it's a good opportunity to buy Lucid stock because it's down at historic lows. Get in now before it becomes the next Tesla. Should you do this? Well, I'm making this video as a warning of what can happen when one gets too excited and doesn't look at the logic of what is actually going on. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Honestly, this is a public service message. Okay, Lucid stock. Back when the stock was at around $41, there was articles all over Seeking Alpha saying, buy. I put in half of my net worth. You should too. It's the miracle of a decade. Lucid's going to be amazing. It's going to the moon, it's the next Tesla. It's going to do even better than Tesla, right? They're all saying that because they believed what the CEO, Peter Rawlinson, said. I think he's a little bit like Mary Barra. Maybe a little bit like, that dude who was in charge of Nikola, is he in jail right now? I think he's in jail. Yeah. You know the guy I'm talking about. So I'm sure you're aware that Lucid hit a high of $55 back on the 29th of November 2021. It then fell to a low of $13 on the 11th of May 2022, which was what? Well, almost exactly 1/4 of its previous high. It's now up at $19. And I'm getting people saying to me, is it the opportunity? Should I buy? My answer is, well, this is my answer. Lucid Group cut its 2022 production outlook to between 6,000 and 7,000 vehicles after citing extraordinary supply chain and logistics challenges. Extraordinary indeed. Lucid originally projected its 2022 production goal as 20,000 units last year. This was quickly revised in February to between 12,000 and 14,000 vehicles as automakers around the world struggled with supply issues and part shortages. Startups began to reconsider their goals for the year. Fair enough, that's true. Teslarati says that Rivian has slashed its production goals considerably in early 2022, citing supply issues and other challenges as their reasoning. So Rivian and Lucid, I guess they're in the same boat. Lucid's situation, they're struggling with cash flow right now. They lost nearly $5 billion in 2021. Well, they invested $5 billion, you could say, but yeah. A lot of that is losses, to be fair. They took another $220 million loss in Q2 of this year. It disclosed in its shareholder deck Only 679 Lucid Air vehicles made their way to customers in Q2. 679 in 3 months. That means if this was a Chinese company, they wouldn't even be one of the 50 largest electric vehicle car manufacturers in China. They wouldn't even be the top 50. That's how small Lucid's production is right now. In fact, let's compare them to a Chinese automaker. Let's have Lucid's current market cap. Well, Lucid's market cap on the stock exchange right now, it's 31 billion US dollars, right? They produced, what did we say? 679 vehicles over the last 3 months. Well, what about XPeng? Let's compare them to XPeng. XPeng's market cap, 15.8 billion. So almost exactly 50% of Lucid's market cap. Over the last 3 months, XPeng produced 37,000 electric cars. That means that XPeng actually delivered 55 times more cars over the last 3 months than Lucid did. But their market cap is 50% of Lucid's. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to spruik XPeng. In fact, I'm considering selling my small amount of stocks that I have of XPeng, although I do believe it's a good company. But I'm making the point. Be very wary about thinking you've found the next Tesla, because I can assure you now, there is no next Tesla. It's not happening. When asked about a weekly production run rate, Rawlinson, CEO of the company, said it would be best not to start cherry-picking specific weekly production rates. Come on, he can't give us any numbers at all now. Meanwhile, CFO Sherry House stated that customers and investors should see deliveries begin to pick up substantially through the next few quarters. Don't know what that means though. There's no numbers. Our revised production guidance, there is no guidance, I don't know what they mean by production guidance, reflects the extraordinary supply chain and logistics challenges we have encountered, Peter Rawlinson, CEO and CTO said. Now, it's my view that if they do build a factory in Saudi Arabia, as they plan on doing, these supply chain and logistics challenges will be significantly greater than what they are in the United States. Think about it. How many car companies are there in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, you see my point, right? Rawlinson said, we've identified the primary bottlenecks here in the US and we are taking appropriate measures. We continue to see strong demand for our vehicles with over 37,000 customer reservations, and I remain confident that we shall overcome these near-term challenges with a relentless tenacity and a steely determination. I call that spruiking personally, but maybe I'm just being a bit harsh. Rawlinson also stated it has brought logistics operations in-house and is working to strengthen its executive team. Now, Lucid shares at the time of making this video were at $18.74. That's down 8.9% over the past 24 hours. But to be honest, that's neither in or there. Whether they're up 9 or down 9, it doesn't really make a lot of difference. The main point here is Elon Musk is more than likely right. Lucid will go bankrupt. But no, they won't. Actually, he's wrong. Why is he wrong? Well, because the Saudi Arabian government own a significant percentage of the company now. Eventually, they'll own all of it. Whether or not that means it will succeed due to their unlimited bankrolling of the company, well, maybe, maybe not. But what this is looking like to me is that Lucid might hit 25% of their original projections. 25%. They first said 20,000. Then they changed it to 12 to 14,000. Now we're looking at, what, 6 to 7,000? Is that even remotely feasible when they only delivered 679 vehicles over the second quarter of this year? Realistically, I think we'll be looking at maybe 5,000 this year, meaning, what, 25% of their original projections. That might even be optimistic. Frankly, you have to ask yourself the question, if another automaker, GM, ring any bells here, promised a certain figure and only delivered 25% of that number, would you as an investor of the company be thinking maybe I should sue because I've been lied to here? I've been lied to? Surely, if you're an investor of this company, you've got to feel hard done by. If you get told the production would be 20,000 and it ends up being less than 25% of that original number, you have to think to yourself, was Rawlinson, did he ever really believe they could deliver 20,000 vehicles this year? Did he really believe that? Or was he saying that to spruik the company? Personally, I don't think you can trust what he has to say. And that is the key reason why you should not invest in this company, regardless of whatever you think its pipe dreams or its realities are. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually think this is now don't get me wrong. I do want Lucid to succeed. They make incredibly good cars. World-class electric cars. But 679 in 3 months is just not enough to make ends meet and continued losses over the next few years will be the most likely scenario for a company such as this, unless they can ramp production and massively reduce their operating costs. Now, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you own Lucid stock? Are you considering buying it? Have I influenced you at all? Let me know. Have a great day. Bye-bye.